This event is very close to our heart in Malaysia, in Kuching, in ASEAN, and in the world. We like to put AIFFA in the map of film festivals in Malaysia. This is our fourth AIFFA. With us today we have YB Minister Datuk Karim, who is the Minister of Tourism, Arts, Culture, Youth and Sports. We also have Mr. He, who is the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry. We also have very important Ms. Liban Tajang, who is the Festival Director since its first inception. We also have our head jury, President Jury Yue Haji Syari, maybe to answer questions on film. And also we have a keen supporter of AIFFA. And Datuk Mike has attended a few AIFFAs already, yeah, Datuk Mike. And he's familiar with AIFFA. He used to be the KP of Finance, but currently he's the DG of
Creative Content Association.
Creative Content Association Malaysia, yeah. Now, just introduce yourself. I know there's media from Manila and Jakarta here and beside Kuala Lumpur media. Introduce yourself, and then before we begin, 2 minutes opening remarks by Minister. Yeah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good afternoon. As what I mentioned just now, Sarawak is going to organize the 4th AIFFA, or ASEAN International Film Festival and Award. This is the 4th year. It's a biannually event. And despite it's still pioneer, I would say still very early stage, it's just the 4th. But then it has created a name in ASEAN. And we can see that from the participation from the various film producers all around ASEAN countries. The interest in submitting their films towards this AIFFA seems to be picking up very well. That is the reason why the state government of Sarawak is also very excited. We are very much encouraged in wanting to make sure that this year's AIFFA, or the 4th AIFFA, will be a success, as successful as the last 3 that we have organized. We will, the state government will still definitely be very much supportive of this AIFFA festival, because in some way we are also doing our part in helping those in the film industry. It's not easy to organize and bring together those within this region. So when we have something like this, kalau kita ada festival seperti ini, definitely it will be something that everyone are looking for, especially those in the film industry. And this year's AIFFA also is very sentimental to us, because this year is the start of our Visit Sarawak campaign. We can see since January, there's been quite a big increase in visitors actually coming down to Sarawak, probably because of our campaign all over the world. We've been to Berlin, we've been to London, we've been to China, Shenzhen, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, and trying to spin up interest in coming to Sarawak. And practically every month we have got some event, whether it's international, regional, or local events, just to spin up interest towards tourism and bringing people to Sarawak. We've just organized the Asian Television Award in January, which was viewed to about 2 billion people in Asia Pacific. We also organized for the first time the Miss Malaysia, Miss Malaysia World in Kuching, and we have got a number of sports tournament, international sports tournament. One of it, unfortunately, could not take off. That is a World Para Swimming the other day. But then that does not frustrate us. We take everything with a big stride, and whatever hiccup, we'll take it with. Mesti ada hikmah di belakangnya, and then we have to move on. And we are looking forward to AIFFA to publicize Sarawak, to bring up Malaysia to greater height in the film industry.
Right. Thank you, YB Minister. Also with us, I forgot to introduce from Persatuan Penerbit Film Malaysia, one of the council member, Mr. Pancha, who's also been a keen supporter of AIFFA since 2013. We've been one of our strong links to submit films from Malaysia. Now, questions from the media. Anyone? Yes. Introduce yourself, please.
good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Afternoon already.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm Stanley Reese from the Philippines. And
Yes.
congratulations
Thank
for
you.
this
Yeah.
year's
Yeah.
AIFFA. I just had a few questions, sir.
Yes.
First, what makes AIFFA 2019 more exciting this time
Yeah.
around, and how's the reception from the filmmaker and from the film aficionados?
Yeah. Well, Philippines is one of the nation that produce lots of movies. They produce lots of beauty queen also, and they are one of the big supporter of AIFFA. Every time there's a AIFFA being held in Kuching, the last 3 events, there have been proposal submission from the Philippines, and I'm very sure this time round there will be quite a number from the Philippines also. We can see from the first AIFFA to the present one, it has been getting bigger and bigger. The interest among the film makers seems to be getting very big. I was made to understand for this year they even have to screen again those submissions, you know, and then probably some of them will have to be I don't know how to the words that you would use, to be censored or to be disqualified. Yeah. If it is too sensitive or things like that, probably. But the interest shown reflects that this festival is very close to the heart of those filmmakers. I'm not in this industry. I wouldn't be able to know what attracts them. But I believe for so many submissions to be forwarded to the committee, it has created a name within ASEAN. Yeah.
Okay. So my second question would be, who are the grand jury members for this year, and how is the selection process? Is it stringent too much, or what are the stakes also for this year's AIFFA?
I think I'll leave that to the director because that is too
Thank
technical for me.
Yeah, good afternoon. If you look at your press packet, you will see the name of the jury members. So it's all there for that one, and there's more detail. And on your second question, sorry?
Yeah, the second question is, how stringent is the selection process?
How stringent, yes. Once a person wants to submit, there are rules and regulations. It has to be over 90 minutes. It has to be a 90-minute film. So even though a lot of people have submitted, but unfortunately, if somebody's film is 65 minutes, the administrative jury will have to eliminate that. And then after the administrative jury checks, so then we have another level. We call them the buffer jury. So then the buffer jury checks for, you know, if the film is of the right topic, of, you know, things which actually help promote ASEAN. And finally, it gets moved to the last stage of the jury system, which is the ASEAN AIFFA jury, which is what UA heads. So yes, it's stringent in that way, and there are rules and regulations. But I think in any good film festival, it has to be strict rules and credibility and integrity. You know, so I hope that answers your question.
Thank you. One last question, follow-up, ma'am. Before, back in 2017, sorry, the Philippine contingent had 18 nominations, and they won 6 awards for both technical and artistic categories. How do you think Philippines would fare for this AIFFA?
Actually, you know, I am the film festival director, but we are very strict. We do not mix with the jury group, as in we do not know what goes on, how they decide. But yes, there are definite things that they follow. And as we said, it is the ASEAN Film Festival. So already that should give a hint, right? It's about ASEAN. Thank you.
Once again, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I see the President Judy UA is smiling. I suppose that could be good news. That could just be a nice one. Thank you, the journalist from Manila. You came all the way. Thank you. Anybody else from? Any other reporters would like to ask questions on AIFFA?
Dalam bahasa pun tak apa. Ya.
Bahasa. Selamat siang
Ya.
semuanya. Saya Sandi Gasela dari Jakarta, Indonesia. Saya ingin bertanya kepada Mr. Wei Benajis Ari as jury, right? Sejauh ini apakah ada film-film yang kuat begitu? Mungkin bisa dibocorkan sedikit. Tidak perlu menyebut judul, tapi apakah banyak film yang begitu kuat yang baik compared to last AIFFA? How the quality improve every year so far?
Mr. Yue.
Okey, Assalamualaikum. Yang menariknya, dan saya sebagai juri, kami ada 4 orang dan nampaknya tiap tahun the quantity bertambah. Itu menandakan yang signifikannya AIFFA sekarang. Jadi di mana kebanyakannya pembikin-pembikin filem di ASEAN ingin terlibat dan ingin di-recognize. Jadi kita tahu, is it okay speaking in bahasa?
Ya, ya.
Can you compute? As we know, these countries, they produce certain amounts, and it's obviously Philippines. That's a very productive film industry.
Yes.
So obviously banyak kan, dan juga Indonesia, dan kami faham Singapura agak sedikit, dan juga yang lain-lain kan, dan seperti pembikinan filem ada turun naiknya kan, tahun depan dulu berhari tahun itu yang membuat kami excited, teruja kan. So tahun ini cabarannya kuat ya, jadi semua orang ingin mengangkat filem mereka, dan seperti Leven beritahu, the criteria for AIFFA, I think, is just a good film, good storytelling by ASEAN cinema. And the unique part about AIFFA is that we judge ourselves, plus bonus from one international, in which every year, this time from France. So because usually the festival, usually they judge us, but now we judge ourselves. The panel is from ASEAN juga, dan for this year adalah daripada Indonesia, Philippines, Laos, Matthew, dan the token is from France this time. So it's exciting. I advise you to come.
Thank you, Yue. Is that okay from Indonesia?
Yeah.
Any other questions from the media? Anyone? One last question, anyone?
Yeah,
Yes.
Again, Stanley from the Philippines.
Yeah.
I'm so loving this kind of conversation. My question is, before you had, if I got it right, you have $30 million funding for the AIFFA. And how about now? How many financiers or investors do you have on board for this prestigious AIFFA 2019?
Ya.
Okay, in 2017, we did have content pitching, funding for content pitching, and we had invited the Southeast Asia Audio Visual Association, because they are an NGO, made a lot of film financiers, who comes from Hong Kong, Jakarta, Singapore, because film, you can make a lot of money, right, if you pick the right film. So at that 2017, we called them, and we had people from around ASEAN to pitch their films. Yes, but this association has grown bigger, so they actually go around ASEAN now. So we decided, instead of inviting them, because they do a circuit now, and people can actually meet them. I think Singapore, now they're in Hong Kong, so people go and pitch their films to them. So because we realize it's a bit difficult for us, bringing in so many people, and also for them. So, but we are still open to this whole idea. It's like FINAS, where people go and pitch for film. FINAS is our local government film council. So we'll see. Yeah, at that time they did offer 30 million USD. I think some people actually got the, yes, I think 5 films were shortlisted. One of our jury, Matido from Laos, she actually also got, and I think 2 from the Philippines, 1 Malaysian. But again, we are providing a platform. So whether people follow up, do the films, that one is not under us. So that's with the, well, hopefully, we can also offer next time, especially now with our minister talking like if you come to Sarawak, right? So maybe we'll do the pitching now, especially for people who want to film in Sarawak. Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Livan. I think the minister was bombarded with a lot of questions about going to Sarawak. At the end of the day, the minister said he is open to idea, maybe, and of course Sarawak government will support, but it must be win-win for all parties. And you should look at our locations in Sarawak as well, and the actors and actresses. We're so looking forward to AIFFA 2019, 25 sampai 27 April, 25 to 27 April. We hope the media can give good, positive reports about AIFFA. Let's get the creative industry in Kuching on the 25th to 27, and let's share and prosper.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Inshallah.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you.